Our abdomens might be hiding clues to serious health problems, then listening to it the right way can save lives. Here's a complete NCLEX RN guide to properly do the abdominal assessment. Why do we assess the abdomen? An abdominal assessment evaluates the structure and function of the digestive and urinary systems. Nurses do this to detect pain, swelling, abnormal sounds, or changes that could signal problems like obstruction, infection, fluid buildup, or organ disease. Accurate assessment guides diagnosis and care. First, identify the quadrants of the abdomen by intersecting the transumbilical plane and the median plane. Each area contains different organs. Knowing them helps pinpoint your findings. First, the right upper quadrant. The liver, gallbladder, duodenum, head of the pancreas, right kidney, and hepatic flexure of the colon. Left upper quadrant, which is the liver, stomach, spleen, tail of the pancreas, left kidney, and splenic flexure of the colon. The right lower quadrant is the appendix, cecum, ascending colon, small intestine, right ureter, and right ovary or fallopian tube in females. The left lower quadrant is the sigmoid colon, descending colon, small intestine, left ureter, and the left ovary or fallopian tube in females. Before starting, make sure the patient is comfortable, lying supine or on their back, and has emptied their bladder. You'll need a stethoscope, gloves, pen light, ruler or measuring tape, things to document, and make sure to warm the stethoscope and room to help keep the patient comfortable and relaxed. Unlike other physical exams with the abdomen, you don't palpate first because touching it before listening can alter the bowel sounds. The correct order is inspection first. Look at the shape, symmetry, and contour. Notice scars, wounds, bulges, distensions, or pulsations. These can be early clues to bowel issues, like hernias or fluid. Second, we auscultate. Place the diaphragm on the skin and listen in all four quadrants, starting in the right lower quadrant. Normal bowel sounds are irregular gurgles between 5 to 30 times per minute. If no sound, listen up to 5 minutes before calling them absent. Third is percussion. Percussion checks for air, drum-like tympany, or dullness that can mean fluid or masses. Fourth, we can finally palpate, gently in small circles, no tenderness, rigidity, or masses. Always palpate uncomfortable areas last. A few red flags, and what do they mean? A distended abdomen could signal ascites or obstruction. Hyperactive bowel sounds, often with diarrhea or obstructions. Hypoactive or absent sounds can be found after surgery or with paralytic ileus. Tenderness or guarding, possible inflammation or peritonitis. Rebound tenderness in the right lower quadrant. Always think appendicitis. Here are helpful NCLEX RN tips. Listen before you touch. Helps avoid altering bowel sounds. Start in the right lower quadrant. Bowel sounds are most consistent there. And lastly, document exactly. Location, frequency, quality means better communication to you, the physician, and of course, the patients.
Thanks for watching. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more medical information, and to really help you on your next exam.